Ladies and gents, this is the Draft Labs A-Dam Tournament Series Season 2, week number 4, and this is our first set of the day. Team PNG Omega Eclipse facing off Counter Instigate Epsilon. Main roster of the Counter Instigate community. And Team Omega Epsilon. Excuse me, Epsilon. Omega Eclipse. God, these names are going to really get me during this match. Omega Eclipse in their second tournament series match of their careers. This is an important game for them because Counter Instigate is a formidable opponent here. Silent Grave moves forward, looks for some poke. Actually, just ends up getting punished there. That's not the best place. That's not the best thing to do when you're facing off against a Jink and a Xerath. A Jinx and a Xerath. They're ranged, you guys. They're long range. You don't want to go up and try to out trade them this early phase because you know exactly which spells they take. You know exactly which spells they have in their kit right now, and you exactly where their damage is going to be oriented in those spells that can punish you for making an overly aggressive move just like that. VA looking for some early binds. It's good aggression from him. What he's trying to do is make sure that he can shove in these waves underneath the enemy tower. He wants to ensure some sort of advantage in the early game. Great wind wall there from Gato Gods. Almost keeps himself safe from the mark, but it actually doesn't end up going. He doesn't end up going forward with the dash anyway. I believe that was a mark from Anti-Holics on his Nautilus. This is a good position for a Nautilus to be in, you guys. He's a great defensive champion. As long as you have some good wave clear behind you, White Spheres at this point isn't going to have quite enough, so the shove from Red Team should work. But they also don't have enough siege, in my opinion, to really take advantage of it. Strider, he's locked down and for going aggressive, taking lots of punishment. Gato Gods keeps himself safe with a nice wind wall once again. And Frosted Cookie making lots of punishment here. This is why the shove works so well, because you force the enemy team to move forward into your poke spells. You're in a much more advantageous position for your range spells and your pokers on your team if you are shoving the minion wave into the enemy base, where they are forced to move forward and contest it. Plus, you provide yourself with more space to to disengage or to get away from potential team fights and skirmishes. Now, Omega Eclipse, they're playing with this one out fairly safe. You can see White Spheres focusing the spells onto the minions. This is a smart move, you guys. This is exactly what the Xerath needs to be doing in the early phase of this match. He is the wave clearer for his squad. Nobody else on his team really has formidable wave clear from underneath the tower. So he mounts his defense by clearing the waves and protecting the tower. Then Anti-Holics can move forward and mount his defense by playing aggressively, trying to create a pick using his pull. It's a nice combo. PNG Strider almost locked down there, but just barely makes his way out. PNG Frozen also locked down. PNG Frozen is taking that bottom side placement. It's a very standard placement for an AD carry who wants to get some CS under the tower to go underneath in that little bottleneck there. But it also makes a really great opportunity for a Morgana to capitalize and throw down a bind with some extra damage. Now here's the first little bit of real siege, real potential siege from Red Team. Nice dodge there from V8. He almost got locked down just outside of tower range. He definitely would have taken some damage. So this early game, not going incredibly fast, you guys. Both teams really feeling each other out. We're not seeing an incredibly aggressive play from CIE. We're not seeing incredibly defensive or incredibly, silly play from PNG. V8 still looking for more binds. Finds Frozen, but the damage isn't that high. Level 4s all across the board, you guys. If this shove advantage, if this wave clear advantage sticks around and persists for Team CIE, then they will be able to grab those level 6s first and might be able to make some sort of engage. But if the level 6s come during that little skirmish for Team PNG, I think they're going to have a really nice jump. As long as PNG can get a surprise engage onto Team CIE, then they should be able to fare well here because they do have a nice team fighting composition. Only issue is going to be whether or not Xerath gets locked down first. Strider, he's actually playing the front line in this match. In the early phase of the match, him and Anti-Holics are going to be just about the same tankiness no matter what items they buy. You can see that it's actually, we might actually see the opposite here, you guys. It might be the Nautilus going for the off-tank build and the Malphite going for the full tank. You can see Malphite with the Targons rather, and a Catalyst built on Anti-Holics. I would not recommend this build start here. There is a wombo combo factor to this composition with their AoE potential, so going for a full tank Malphite actually doesn't contribute that much to the team fights because they don't have a true wombo combo comp. They need the extra damage, the extra AoE damage to come from somewhere, and it could very well may have come from the Malphite here, but it's less likely to come from the Nautilus, especially in those big engages. Strider, nice snag there. He is going to get punished, but might be worth. He's forced out of his barrier, actually maybe not worth, you guys. The level 6 is approaching, and that's a barrier down for our Malphite. Now, I guess it's less important on him than it is on some of the others, but still was in a very aggressive play. Frosted Cookie trying to get some poke down here and some siege. Does do so, you know, almost efficiently, but Frosted Cookie now fairly low on mana. This is an important point in the match, you guys. Level 6 is gained for both teams. Nothing really happening in the early phases of this match. No real aggressive plays, no real defensive plays, nothing crazy happening. Both teams waiting for this level 6, and at the level 6 spike, if blue team can get a jump, I think they have the advantage. We'll see if they can make it happen. Strider, the knockup is down from Gato Gods. He has the opportunity coming up, you guys. And you can see that a little bit of, whoa, that was a lot of damage. Frozen chunks down V8. So you can see that we're seeing a little bit more aggressive play, a little bit more cocky play come out from Team CI now that they have the level 6s. They're very confident right now, but they need to be careful because the level 6 game for Eclipse is strong with this one. Oh, that might be an engage. Nope, doesn't want to make the dive. Light Spear's a little bit too much health, you guys. We're just seeing a rinse and repeat siege and disengage strategy from Team Counter Instigate. They don't want to move too far forward. If they play too aggressively, they're walking right into the Malphite ultimate, and they are afraid of it. Same goes for the Nautilus hooks. They are afraid of the crowd control and the engage potential from Team PNG Eclipse. We'll see how this played out. Level 7 already, you guys. 7 minutes in and still no engages, no skirmishes, 0-0. Only somehow a 200 gold lead in PNGOE's favor. That 200 gold must be from the Targons, because this game has been going very even for both sides so far. Both teams getting all the CS they need. 29-30 on both the AD carries, you guys. Very interesting. More skirmish potential. Strider gets the mark. Goes for a dash. It doesn't find too much from it. V8 also misses his mark here. That must be the sign for a disengage. Both teams, neither one wants to play. And now, I gotta say, this is definitely one of the more boring, you know, one of the more... Actually, I don't want to say boring. I'm just going to say stressful. This is one of the more stressful earlier games we've seen because I have to watch my words, you guys. The engage could come at any moment. This might be it. Vier gets his ultimate off. He's going to find a couple of stuns here. It's just anti-holic, as a matter of fact. The Jinx was able to disengage. Strider's in the backlines, but he hasn't been able to do too much either. Gato Gods jumps onto the Xerath, and anti-holic falls. That's a first blood going in favor of Team CIE. They take down Nautilus, and not going to find too much more here. They only got one kill, but they did chunk down the remaining members of Blue's side. There was no surprise engage for Blue team. That was a very consensual engage for both teams. Nobody really, or everybody wanted that team fight to start right there. V8 played aggressive, baited Jinx up into a little engage. They got the snare, they forced Jinx back, and then the fight started from there. So both teams forced into an engage there. Nobody really getting the jump on any other. Whoa, Silent Grave. He just got chunked down, surprisingly enough, but with that sort of late first skirmish victory, Team CIE actually ended up taking down the first tower. Frosted Cookie focusing that one down. PNG Strider back in the fight, but he ends up going down. Frosted Cookie picks up that kill. Gato Gods finding another for himself, maybe even one more. Frozen is very low. Frosted Cookie follows up for that kill, and now Anti-Holics is in danger. 3 members of PNGOE falling very quickly after the first siege from CIE. Wow, they're able to extend this into a second siege onto the next tower, you guys. They were left very low after that first skirmish and able to extend it, get a little bit of extra damage down, but nobody's game. It was only an 8-minute first tower down. Anybody's game so far. Don't forget, Frosted Cookie now low on health. Let's check out these team healths here. About 50% team health without V8 in the mix, and 100% team health available for Team PNGOE. Wolf Law says, does PNG play SR only? Taco Time, PNG plays Dota, and now they play 4v4 Summoner's Rift draft mode, of course. They're very well-rounded now, my friend. Still nothing too crazy from Team Counter Instigate Epsilon. Remember in the champ selection when I said with the lack of a tank, they're going to have trouble forcing their way into the enemy base, like bodying their way under the enemy tower and forcing some siege. They're going to have trouble doing that. They have to win fights if they want to win the opportunity to actually get a tower down. They've been able to do it once, but everybody's at full health now. It's tough to say where this next fight will go. Strider, he's locked down. Gato Gods wants to capitalize. A nice wind wall blocks many, many things. And Frost Cookie was capitalizing there with a few auto attacks as well. Here's the ultimate, it whiffs. Nobody knocked up there. Anti-Hawks and PNG started both locked down. This is a bad start for PNGOE. Flashes for us. They do get the disengage. All the while, White Sphere is actually doing great damage to Gato Gods. He pops his ultimate, looking for a kill here. Ends up missing all 3 procs of the ultimate. Lots of things used for both teams here, but Team CIE definitely coming out on top in that small skirmish. Interesting series of events. I don't think this is going to turn into any sort of siege opportunity here, but I do think that was a small victory that could snowball into something else for sure. You can see that Gato Gods going back to snag himself a couple of relics. Get himself back up to snuff. He's about, what, 65, 70% health right now. We need to see big plays made. Strider, his ultimate is down. Frozen, the only one who has an ultimate available. I'm not even sure if it's been cast this game. Maybe that first fight it was. I haven't seen it cast since then, but there really have been no opportunities. Nobody on red side on Counter Instigate has been taken low enough to merit shooting with a Jinx rocket. Also, keep in mind that you have the Yasuo Windwall there to negate it out, and with the teams playing so slow, the Yasuo Windwall is almost always available to negate some sort of poke here. Zon Gamer says, these guys are bad. No way, dude. No way. Not the case. These guys are playing this game out well, but they're simply being careful. This is the first time these two teams have faced off against each other. There's a lot of pressure here. Janko. 1v1 Club Penguin, dog. That's what it really comes down to. Silent Grave finds his dash, but doesn't get too much out of it. Anti-Holic locked down. Nice ultimate from PNG Strider. The Wind Wall completely negates the Jinx ultimate. Gato God's taken too low, and he can't re-engage, but Anti-Holic is still dropped by the consistent damage from Silent Grave. He's still alive, and he's still maintaining his health, you guys. It's so unfortunate that with this shove, the Swain has had so many opportunities to get health back. Nice exhaust on the Gato Gods right away. PNG Frozen capitalizes, still dealing good damage, but not without the death of Strider. Frozen and White Sphere's the only 2 left available, and they're going to be forced to clear out this wave and keep this tower safe all by their lonesome here. Shouldn't be too big of an issue, though. The Frosted Cookie will absolutely get some tower damage down here. White Spheres takes that kill, gets a little bit of damage. He popped his ultimate there just to see if could get some gold, excuse me. Ended up working out for him. Nice dodge there from Frozen. Vier forced to flash away. Now Frozen taking damages. Vier does not have the bind available, but Frozen's taking lots of damage. Might end up falling here. Could be the case. No, Frozen stays alive, turns it around, gets another kill, and then Zera picks up the second. Nice Mark Dash engage from Anti-Holic, and a great series of events for PNGOE. Gato Gods trying to find some kills here. Flashes forward. Silent Grave still gets the kills. Gato Gods missed the Q. Finds one more. Takes himself a kill, but now he's just going to pop everything he's got just to get away alive. He's distracting now. PNG Strider is still able to capitalize. That's almost going to even up the kills, you guys. That's an odd series of events from Team CI. It means their closing capacity is a little bit low right now. Their ability to close out this match based on the advantages they had in the early game is a little bit low. They just gave up 4 deaths and almost allowed the gold advantage to be evened out and the kill advantage to be evened out. That's surprising. That could be. Those few series of events, even how small they seemed individually, could turn the tides of this match. Here comes the next siege, you guys. The later this game goes, the better we're going to see Swain the more tanky we're going to see Swain get. He's going to become somewhat of a main tank frontliner, but also the more tanky we're going to see Nautilus and Malphite get. These are important things. Is that CL or CI? CI, my friend. Counter Instigate Epsilon, Player Slayer. I don't know if you heard me mention, but we are seeing a new trend in the tournament series. We're having brands, communities, you could say, branch out and create multiple teams where they can interchange their rosters, similar to what we used to see in the LCK Champions. Or excuse me, Masters Korea. League of Legends Masters. Now here comes the engage. Anti-Holic just wants to jump right in. He's not the tankiest, so he gets chunked down a little bit. V8 gets his lockdown to the backlines. Frozen does get stunned out, but there's still a kill for White Spheres. This is a good engage for PNG. They get all the right jumps here. 2 kills for them so far. Make that 3. PNG Frozen gets the double kill, and now Frosted Cookie in a tough spot, but does get a nice DG, and is going to be able to make it out of there alive, but I don't know how long that's going to last. All 4 members, after a beautiful 3 for 0, are moving forward to try to take their first tower of the match. Frosted Cookie forced to concede. And Strider might just be looking for something here. Nice disengage from Frosted Cookie. Is going to pick up a kill. Might even be 2 here. Anti-Holic trying to body his way back. Frozen needs to focus onto this tower, you guys. The tower damage is the most important. Frozen now might end up getting actually logged down. He does, and Yasuo's going to follow up. Gets 1 kill. Make that 2 for Team CIE. Another unfortunate series of events for Team Omega Eclipse. They needed to start bashing down the next tower. White Spheres. Oh, that's unfortunate. Walks right into a trap and an ace. Nice, easy counter ace for Team Counter Instigate Epsilon. That was easy for them. They got handed that one on a silver platter, you guys. Omega Eclipse stuck around for a little bit too long. They overstayed their welcome, and now this is a great opportunity for Team Counter Instigate to possibly seal the deal on this game. They're going to get the second tower down. If they can kill Strider here and then push forward for an inhibitor, it might be even better for them. Strider can be forced to disengage. He will not make his way out. As Silent Graves gets a nice mark dash. That's going to be the second tower in favor of Team CI going down. Hopefully, Omega Eclipse aren't walking in one by one to their deaths. It looks like that is the case. Frosted Cookie picks up the kill onto the Nautilus, and now it's only Xerath and Jinx left to defend, you guys. That's not enough, and the inhibitor is going to be Siege. Gato Gods exhausted by PNG Frozen. A great exhaust on his part, but his question is, can PNG Frozen stay alive? That is the case. Barrier pop by Gato Gods. He's on a killing spree, and this might be game, you guys. If this can persist, this is going to be huge. Frosted Cookie had another kill, but PNG Strider capitalizes. Wow. Lots of action. Everybody just running into their deaths one by one for Team PNG Omega Eclipse. They are a very team fight based team, team fight oriented. If they go in and with a numbers advantage, they are going to be in a very tough situation. Zon Gamers, if I may recommend that you relax a little bit, my friend. Relax and enjoy yourself. We don't want any negativity in the Twitch chat here. It would be greatly appreciated by myself and some of the other members of the community. I do appreciate you tuning in. Anti-Holic locked down. Strider not really going to make too much. He's going to go into Gato, guys, make sure nothing big can happen. Nice engage. Frozen locked down, taken real low, and taken out. First kill of the fight. Now White Spheres, he's the next target. Knocked up and dropped, you guys. He did follow up with his kill of his own on Yasuo, but that's 2 for 1. Now it's a 2 versus 3 with barely any damage available for PNG Omega Eclipse. Anti-Holics, now the only one left. He's running for his life. Will not make it out alive. Yay, nice bind. That's going to be a double kill for Frosted Cookie, and I don't know, you guys, that might even be GG. 9 seconds left on PNG Frozen's death timer here. They do have 2 Nexus turrets to go through, but they have a Caitlyn on their sides, and it might be the perfect opportunity. They're going to get enough of a lead here with these deaths to possibly at least secure them a victory. Might not win them the game right now, but it will secure them the victory in the long run, in my opinion. You can see Frosted Cookie and PNG Frozen now skirmishing out, but Frozen unable to do much, you guys. Just running into the death, running in, trying to make plays, but unable to find them. Strider now trying to do the same. He's delaying. He's trying to distract the enemy team, but Silent Grave, now a sustaining front liner, is getting a lot of health back and staying alive. That's a good lockdown on a Frosted Cookie, but there is not too much left. After that single bind, they do pick up a kill, though. White Sphere's doing a great job of snagging that one. He might be this team's last chance. Double kill for him, but Gato Gods is back. Easy pickup with the E, and now PNG Strider gonna force out of his ultimate. Does pick up a double kill for Gato Gods, but V8 also falls here. If Gato Gods can win this 1 versus 1, which Yasuo should be able to do, He might be able to take this game. Gato Gods, nice wind wall to block out the zap. Now he's in another 1 versus 1 after making a beautiful play over the Nautilus. He's back in. Gato Gods, the playmaker of Draft Labs, not the person you want to be against in a 1 versus 1. The style kill for the very last end of the match. Beautiful play from Gato Gods. That is definitely highlight worthy. Picks up the final kill for the ace. Single auto attack to victory. That was beautiful. Counter instigate Epsilon under their new name. Take the first match of this set. Congratulations to him and GG.